Welcome to Build Your Arsenal. Support the Second Amendment by liking and sharing this video. What do the firearms that you own say about you? Something I've heard over and over again is that CZs are for hipsters. Somehow we're supposed to believe that an over 100-year-old firearm manufacturer in the Czech Republic is part of hipster culture. Never mind that they're in the top 10 of small arm manufacturers in the world. Not a very hipster fact. I think the term hipster was really just being used as a pejorative term by those who had to let you know that they carry only the approved brands, Glock or maybe Smith & Wesson. They don't know much about firearms in general. They just know the 2 or 3 big brands. So anyone who doesn't like their Budweiser of firearms is a hipster. It's strange that the term hipster got associated with CZ, but not H&K or Walther, Sig, Beretta, to name a few others. Of course, the prominent gun tubers all spouted this because they're in love with Glock, and that's one of the approved brands. According to Colion Noir, CZs are for hipsters.
And finally, the hipster. The hipster treats the gun range like a social experiment. They're generally nice people, but you can tell they find the gun range more fascinating and intriguing than cool. They're usually the guys who didn't bring a gun of their own and end up renting the oddest guns available. You might confuse them for the "can I shoot it" guy. They're always talking more than shooting and asking questions about what everyone else is shooting like they're conducting a Vice documentary.
Is that new CZ?
And God help you if they see you shooting a CZ pistol. Hipster types love CZ pistols, and they'll talk your ear off about them, and all you want to do is shoot.
John Lovell at Warrior Poet Society has this to say about CZ.
I asked you if you were carrying, and you were, right?
I was, yes.
And then I said, are you carrying a CZ P10C?
Correct.
And you were?
I was.
I totally got him. How do you think I knew?
Well, I assume it had something to do with the fact that I worked at a craft brewery, but it is kind of the popular gun to carry these days.
With what crowd?
The hipster.
The hipster crowd. It's a hipster gun, and I don't know how it became the hipster gun.
I guess this makes the Honest Outlaw a hipster. The beard, the tattoos.
That's kind of the experience I felt on the DWX full-size too, except this trigger is as good or better than that. Ergonomics, CZ75 ergonomics, what a shocker. I would like them. I shot a Shadow 2 in competition for many, many years and still do. So I have tens of thousands of rounds on Shadows, so it's not much of a surprise that I shot this well.
To be fair, these clips from Colion and John at Warrior Poet Society are a few years old now. Colion has certainly changed his tune. He loves every gun a manufacturer supplies him with for his content. Has he ever said anything bad about a firearm? Every review of his is the same. It's the greatest pistol ever. And John the Warrior Poet sports a beard, and every hair on his head is meticulously groomed into place, while he calls the other guy a hipster for having the same. I think they both were more interested in being gatekeepers back then, and now that they have popularity, Colion will say anything you want as long as you provide him the firearm, and John is busy letting you know how tactical he is. If anything, it seems like Staccato may be the new CZ in terms of being the hipster gun of choice. Their Instagram is full of dudes with beards and guys and gals with tattoos. It's kind of hard to tell if they're just a clothing brand with all the fitted apparel, except they throw in a few pictures of pistols, but with no people in those pictures, into the mix every once in a while. They're trendy, but they're not too popular. They're at a price point that keeps them at just the right amount of elite. A little snobby and annoying. They have a group of haters who think Glock is just as good as a Staccato. Their owners think that they are unique for liking them because no one else likes them, except now they're popular thanks to all the hipsters liking them. Kind of sounds a lot like Colion. What do you think? What does your choice of gun say about you? Of course, this is all in fun. I love all these brands I mentioned, except for Smith & Wesson because they are woke and anti-2A. But add lots of all the others to your arsenal. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.